Well, good afternoon, everyone. Chris Berryman here, coalition builder and founder of Bringing Humanity Together. Welcome to another wonderful Wednesday edition of Conversations for Humanity. And today's going to be a kind of a go right into a kind of dynamic because Emily, who's our special guest here today on Conversation for Humanity, has got some great things going on. So she's got a kid in here, come share her story. So none of the usual stuff that we usually do. So, Emily, thank you so much for being here today to come share your story, and we greatly appreciate you. So, Emily, the floor is yours. Come share your story with us here today on Conversations for Humanity.
Okay. Where do I start? Okay. I'm in West Dallas, Wisconsin right now. I was a teacher. That was a past life of mine. Um, that's what I went to college for and all that stuff. And then um, I quit my job because it was not in my best interest to continue that career path. So then went. I just quit. I'm like, I'm done. And so I started like doing some tech stuff. I was, taking some courses, and I went the freelance route for a little bit. But then I went to look for some jobs in like the tech world. And that didn't quite work out because, there's this thing where you have to have experience in order to get a job, but you can't get experience without the job. So that's always fun. So then I did try and do like really work on the freelance part, but it didn't take any. There was no traction on it. So yeah. Then I was like, all right, what can I do? So I thought, you know what? I'm going to start my own company, and my why is my daughter. I think you can see her right there, over there, and she her name is Grace. She's 12. She goes to a middle school, and she is labeled with autism, but that's just so we can get services for her. She's nonverbal. She does say mom, which is very awesome. She's very smart, too smart. She was so sneaky last night, and she was up early this morning. So sleep is my friend, but anyway, but it evades me. Sleep does not always come easy for me. And so then, what was I going to say? So she, she's such a stinker. She started crying last night, and so I'm like, all right, time to, like, I think she was tired, or I don't know what it was, but so I took her iPad, cause I'm assuming that's what the issue was. So, and so, like, you need to spend time with family. And so then I put her iPad down. I tried to put it out of sight, out of mind, but it didn't quite work. So then I, I would like go do something else. And then she would sneak like behind wherever I was and try and get her. She was so smart. And I'm talking about like academic stuff too. She's very smart. Anyway, so, that's her. She's my why for starting my company. And what my goal for this company, along with the website design part, that's, the income part of it, the getting revenue. But what I want to do, and I'm starting to do, and my goal is to hire women, neurodivergent people that don't have any experience or training in website design or tech or anything, and make sure that they have a job. There's so many tech layoffs, and I know I won't be able to hire everyone, especially right now since I don't have a lot of paying customers, or any. Um, but I'm working on that, and so I want to be able to show the world that Grace can get any job she wants, career, not just a job. She won't just be putting holes, pegs in a hole like my ex-husband thinks. And I just, like, I never thought I would be able, this computer savvy, and be able to like know all this stuff and figure it out, and more than I want to sometimes. And so I just, like, sometimes I'm too smart for my own good. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyway, so I love helping people, and I love learning, and I want to teach the person that I hired, and she's already doing great with it. So I'm very excited. She's a mom and a work at home mom now, and so I just it's really hard as a mom to have a 9 to 5 job and, get everything done. I mean, you can't do everything, but, as a mom, you feel like you have to. And, um, I just, especially being a single mom, and it's just me doing everything. And I just, I want to show people that it's capable, it's doable. And, um, yeah, I just want people that are neurodivergent and women especially to know that they can do it. They have a voice and they need to use it. And um, there's so many things. I don't know. That's kind of my life in a nutshell. I grew up in Waukesha, Wisconsin, and that's where I grew up. And I was in Kenosha for a little bit, and then I went to now I'm in West Dallas. So that's pretty much me in a nutshell. My company, as you can see on my under my name there, is Website Design That Shines, and I've been working on my business plan really hard. I'm working really hard. I'm getting a lot of details in, and so um, I was looking at some competition and like trying to figure out how I can like really differentiate besides like having shiny sites because like some of the sites are just so boring. Like I mean my little elevator pitch is that has something to do with like the last line of it is God, I gotta practice that more is making sure that you have a shiny site, but also we kind of break the rules with design and stuff, but it also of course will be accessible. Accessibility is an important thing nowadays with websites, but especially with people with disabilities or whatever you want to call it. And so I just want to make sure that that is also taken care of, but going to be a shiny site no matter how you look at it. So um, I'm trying to think that pretty much sums up my life.
Well, Emily, that is so amazing. And what comes up for me, and I see we have Saffron here today, Angelica's here with us today, Bradley's here with us today, Carla was here, but I guess maybe she is now looking for a better spot to get on because she was driving and everything like that. But as you were sharing there, Emily, it just really came to me in this is when you put your mind to something, and it's like what my mother taught me at a very young age, and it's still so relevant to this very day. She said to me, Chris, if you don't mind, it doesn't matter because it's only mind over matter.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet you tell that to your daughter and to everyone that you know that when you make that website that shines, you put that literally in place every single time.
Yep, I would agree.
All right, very good, very good. So, Saffron, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Cannot complain after hearing about Emily's story and everything. It's giving me courage, and I really wish I could hug you. And
Thank you. Appreciate it.
how you could say everything you just said with so like a smiley face. It's really wonderful for me because the one thing I cannot tell you if it is my plus point or my the minus point, that whenever I hear or read something,
Mhm.
I just get into it and I start to think about what would I do, how would I do it, like face it, and then that's why sometimes I just don't see sad movies,
Yeah.
or if even if I sometimes watch this scary movie, I always think like the first person who's dying is me.
Yeah. Yeah. I get
But
that.
it was so wonderful. All the best. Keep it up. I wish the best for your new business.
Thank you.
And please let me know if you think I can help you with creating your business plan.
That would be
I
great.
would, I would do. I will.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I'm
Thank you
I'm
so
just
much.
soaking up like as much as I can to make it detailed and get all the I's dotted and T's crossed and just make sure everything's there, and so I can hopefully get a business loan. And I'm took a business class actually. That's another thing. And so I graduated from that business class, and along with some of the benefits of doing that, I'll be like getting like a business coach too. But just talking to them and hopefully I can get some business with them as well, because they're continuing the class, and so they'll have like another cohort of businesses that are just starting up. So I'm hoping that I can get some like website, because if they're just starting, they probably don't have a website yet. So I could hopefully get some business with them. Yeah, I just, I've been through a lot, but I could be angry. I mean, I can't be angry. I mean, let's face it, we all have our moments, but I would say 99% of the time I'm, happy and excited to live. And I just, it's sunny finally here in Wisconsin. Hopefully summer is, going to be staying, and it just, I, I enjoy life. What can I say? I just, I try my best. I look at, there's going to be bumps in my business. There already has been, but I figured it out, and I just keep going and plugging away one day at a time and 1 minute at a time. And I just, everything happens for a reason, they say. So sometimes I don't want to believe it, but, I just,
Yeah. And Bradley, I know you just got in late, but Emily was sharing her story here today. She's our special guest. She is sharing her story with us today. She's all about websites that shine. So, Angelica, how are you doing today? And hopefully Angelica will be here in just a minute. Maybe she's not. But Bradley, how are you doing today, sir?
The day finds me well. Thank you, Chris. Life is good.
That's great. That is great. I'm glad that you're here. Also, what shows up for me when you're sharing that, and you probably said it on another call, and it comes right back to me, is let me ask you this. How did you come up with the idea that websites that shine? How did that start?
Well, the name just kind of popped into my head. I was trying to think of like something to do with, just, it kind of rhymed, and because it's not just the website design, it's like website development as well. I'm not just making it pretty, but I mean, I am, but I'm doing, everything with it. But just, I don't know. I love to be bright and to make, life better. I like to be the light in the room, because, some people are just having a tough time, and, I want to make the world better. And hopefully my websites can, do that and be shiny and get, the business more clients and more profit and revenue. And I mean, the money, is important, and it's the main reason why you have a business, but you also have to have your why. And, my why is my daughter. And I want to make sure that, I don't know if you heard Bradley when you caught my story, but she has autism. And so she's, people think that she won't amount to anything because she's nonverbal. And oh gosh, anyway, sorry. And so I should have silenced my phone. And so I just think, that's an important phone call, darn it. Anyway, so I can wait. And so she, she's just she can be stubborn just like me, but she just lights up my face, like even if I'm having a bad moment, a bad day, just like, she like smiles and giggles. She loves school. It was a tough transition from the autism school that she was at, because and unfortunately I kept her in that school for too long, and I was hoping that they would, keep working on it, but it wasn't up to what she needed. And so I should have got her into a school earlier, but I can't change it now. So she's where she needs to be, I'm pretty sure. And it's a decent public school. Because I was a teacher, so I'm not a fan of most public schools, but there are some decent schools in the area. And since my ex-husband moved into a good school district, I'm like, all right, maybe now's the time. So we got her in there, and she's thriving. She's in choir. She's in music. She's in, science, and they're doing the science project now. And she's, partaking in it. And she's in music, health class, adaptive gym, which is fine because she's getting more of that one-on-one attention, which she needs with, activities. And she's in the special ed room just for math and for reading. And they also do this communication class with her, just to make sure that she can show off that she knows, the content so they use the curriculum from the classes that she's, should be in, but they just make sure that it's, that she can actually answer the questions and not just have maybe once a week, get called on in the big classroom. So that's good that she's getting that attention that, the reason for special ed is to make sure that she gets that, one-on-one attention. And so I'm very happy with that. And trying to think what else. I also have a son. I can't forget about him. He's a typical boy, a 10-year-old boy in lacrosse and soccer and football. What else does he do? Baseball. So he has his life pretty much planned out. So his plan A is he wants to be a professional soccer player. If that doesn't work out, he's got his backup plan of being a meteorologist. So, and he's got his college all picked out. Notre Dame has both, the good meteorology program and a good sports team. And so that's pretty good. So I'm happy. My kids are doing great. And actually, I can't forget also about my first daughter. She passed away 14 and a half years ago. She had a fatal birth defect. But she lived for 2 days. She was a stubborn girl. I got stubborn girls in this family. And so she, and my son is stubborn too. So she's my angel. I got tattoos with, you guys can see, but it's kind of hard to see. It says never give up on this side. And then I got a pinky swear on this side. You can see it. And then on my back, I have a butterfly, and then with my kids' names and birthdays and stuff. So it's just, she's also kind of my why, and for just keep going and knowing that, life is, kind of, it's not too short, but it's it's worth living. Let's put it that way. And I just, it's been a long stretch of some tough times, but I finally am where I need to be. And this is, what I was meant to do. So making the world a better place and changing it. Hopefully we can, just keep doing that.
And that is truly inspiring, that where I've never had this done for me as a parent because I had 2 kids myself. But going through a loss of a loved one like you probably had to go through, I'm sure that was tough. I'm sure there was probably a lot of long nights and days for you within that, but you really came out of it on the other side, and because you are still here today. But what really gets with me is what you literally are talking about when you think about it, is you are bringing forth, and I truly see this, and I believe it, is what your biggest driving force is, of course, not only about your kids, but you want to leave a legacy to them because of that. Do you not?
I do. That's for sure. My kids are I want to make sure that they, that I meant something to the world, and a good reason, a good thing. It wasn't just my great looks, what I'm saying? So I want it to, my life to have a purpose, and I just, I want the world to be a better place.
So Angelica, are you there?
Yes, I am.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, and my condolences to Emily for losing her child. My heart goes to you, and I give I give you a big hug and a warm kiss on the cheek.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
You're welcome.
her name is Katie. So yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss of Katie, for your dear Katie.
she's my baby. Yeah.
So Angelica, what do you think about Emily's story?
I think Emily's has gone through things that help her be empathetic and compassionate to others, because when you've gone through a loss in the family like that, you understand other people that have gone through that, and you can put yourself more in a person's place and really give him that extra that maybe we wouldn't have if we wouldn't have gone through something like that. So that's what I gather from Emily, that she's able to be more empathetic and understand others, but at the same time I think she's an authentic person. She I see a person that's genuine and that really wants to help people, and I also see creativity there, because she's
That she has. I can tell you that without a doubt.
That's awesome.
I believe in that. So I go to
I
you, Bradley.
I can't wait to know more about her. So thanks for letting me. Thanks for the question. Bye, Chris.
Yeah. So Bradley, I'll go to you. You had a question for Emily, did you
Yeah.
not?
Yeah, I saw that in the chat.
I did. I'm really curious, lots of energy behind your voice and behind your vision. What's the next 5 years look like for you? Where are you bringing this amazing vision? What's success look like?
Oh, that's a good question. I haven't finished my 5-year plan and my business plan yet, so this will help me focus on that. I would have to say, getting more employees for sure. Hiring more women, more neurodivergent people. Just being known out there, and at least in the Milwaukee area, not necessarily like regional or nationally. I mean, that'd be great, but that'd probably take a little bit longer than 5 years. But I'm thinking just being known out there in Milwaukee, and just being able to have consistent clients, repetitive, repeat clients, get that recurring, business going, that loyalty, that word of mouth out there, word of mouth business, and that's what I'm kind of getting currently. It's more of the first website I did was for my karate dojo instructor sensei, and so that was kind of a trading kind of thing, lessons for a website kind of thing, and then the last full website from beginning to start or beginning to the end was a fundraiser for a nonprofit in California, and that was it was called Tennis for Breast Cancer, and so yeah, I like it. It's beautiful. It's definitely shiny. It's pink and shiny. It's beautiful. So I would have to say, just doing maybe focusing on like small businesses, getting women-owned businesses their websites, and looking for businesses that are just starting out. That's kind of where I'm looking right now. But yeah, just having more employees, and having my company known in Milwaukee. I would say that'd be my 2 goals.
That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the reasons I ask, this is the kind of work that I do with my clients, is getting them to envision exactly what it is. And in fact, the big prompt that I often kind of challenge and encourage clients to do, especially when they're developing business plans, is to talk in the present tense, have that future vision, but to talk as if you're there, what it feels like, what you see, what you're wearing, what kind of cars in the driveway, what life you have for yourself and your kids, like really putting yourself in the visceral mindset of what it is. And because then everything, there's this great, I'm sure you've heard of Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe Dispenza. He's a pioneer in the field of sort of imaginative body follows mind research. And that he says, where attention goes, energy flows.
Yes.
So rather than just kind of talking in this abstract sense about, well, I think I might have 5 employees, and I'm going to be well known, like all that. If you talk about it in the present tense and you're actually there, suddenly you're bringing everything together.
Okay. Okay. I gotta write this down before I forget.
Yep.
Okay.
So I gotta ask you,
Yeah.
Emily,
Mm-hmm.
and probably a lot of our audience is gonna probably ask you this at one point in time when they get to really know who you are, because I truly believe the better question to ask is not what you do, is who are you?
Yeah.
What led you to bring humanity together? How did that journey start to bring humanity together for you?
Wow. I think I found you on LinkedIn, and then I don't know. You're so positive, and that's kind of what I want to be. That is what I want to be. And I am positive. I'm talking present tense. I am positive, and and I, I am. Hold on, I'm trying to say it in the present tense. I am going to be bright and shiny with my website. So I'm going to apply what you're doing with my website, because I am applying. I know I am applying that to my website design business. So, and I just, I want to make the world a better place. And no matter what I went through, I just, I keep plugging away and keep, if I have to start over, if I have to, change my path, pivot, whatever it is. And I just, like with your story, Chris, and I just keep going. Life is worth living, and it's not, it's not easy, but you just find a way to make it work for you. And that's who I am. I like my kind of word of like life is grit. Like I've been through a lot, but so the word is kind of a naughty word that rhymes with grit. Take out the GR and put the SH. So, like I just, you've been through a lot, but it makes you who you are. And, and somehow it made me a better person. And so I just, I'm stronger. I'm more, like Angelica said, I do have a heart, and it's in there somewhere. And I just, I'm willing to help people. I'm going all out for the one employee that I have, and because I want her to be able to, maybe she can be my partner one day, or my daughter can be my partner one day. I'm hoping my daughter can work for me. That would be super. She can do my musical video editing or whatever, because she loves YouTube and music. And so, I'm positive. I look on the bright side of things. I use all my, whatever you want to call, all the things that happen to me, for good. And I just, I'm here. I'm showing up, but I'm also I'm making a difference. So.
Yeah, and it's like what Carla has said, and I have said many times on these programs, is that life happens for us and not to us. Because if we let life happen to us each and every single day, we always will find ourselves right back in that hole, or in that same spot. And we always ask ourselves why. And what's the very definition of insanity? We do the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. And then who wants to go through that? So, Emily, I truly commend you for not going into that kind of woe is me, feel sorry for me kind of dynamic. You really went out there and said, I'm not going to quit. And you pulled up yourself by your bootstraps and said, this is what I'm going to do, and this is how I'm going to do it. And that takes a lot of not only courage, when you think about it, that takes a lot of awareness and understanding and intestinal fortitude. And when you really know who you are and where you want to go, that's where you literally become unstoppable.
Yep. That is for sure. Yep. I would agree.
Yeah. Go ahead, Bradley. Ask that. I would love for her the answer.
No, I didn't see it. What?
So the other question I have for you,
Oh.
when you mentioned sort of your design, your plan
Uh-huh.
was hiring neurodivergent designers and employees, and I'm curious how you see neurodivergent thinking helping, assisting the design process.
I'm just thinking outside the box. I mean, I wasn't, really diagnosed with anything, but I kind of diagnosed myself with something. Like I told, like my brain does not work like anyone else's. Like, I mean, the stuff I come up with. Anyway, so, but just thinking like, differently. I mean, everyone does think differently, but there's some, the spectrum is way out there with that, and so just like. I know people, my daughter, she would be like, that's weird or that's not weird. Or she would have some input. People would, give me input and I would change it or whatever, just like thinking differently and having a different spin on, like instead of a boring website, like say we can, spice this up somehow and make it glittery and pretty. And, just like, if you looked at my website, you might have to wear some sunglasses. So, it's, I mean, it's pretty crazy. I mean, it's not done yet because it's never done. But I just needed to get it out there because I wanted to focus on other parts of my business, So I'm like, I have to get a website presence if I'm a website designer. So, so I made sure that was done. At least functional and shiny, at least. So that's what I'm portraying. It's not exactly the best, but I'm working, when I get some more paying customers, I will work on making it better than it is right now, but it's pretty good anyway. And so just hiring, and actually I'm partnering eventually with a company. It's called Mindshift, and they hire people that are neurodivergent, or they like they have like a pool of people that are not neurodivergent, so then I can hire through them, and so that and they help train and that kind of thing. So they I will have that training. I mean, if I'm not neurodivergent enough, I will get training with how to hire people, and they do it like remotely. And so, and there's actually a place in Milwaukee, and they have a couple other offices and a couple other places I can't remember. And so I'm happy to be able to partner with them eventually and get like the training for my employees if they're not neurodivergent or whatever. So yeah, I'm excited for that. So
That's
yeah.
great.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, good answer. One of the things that I do among my other tasks is I teach a graduate course on the psychology of inspiration.
Ooh,
and so many of the examples that we use in the class are from neurodivergent thinkers. And I mean, you take any cross section of creative minds and you'll see, now we would mostly call them ADHD, or they might be on the autism spectrum, or any number of neurodivergent tendencies. And so it's very natural to me that you would either identify that in yourself, but also want to search for people who do think different. I mean, Steve Jobs hit it on the head. That's exactly what we are looking for when we're trying to come up with
different
new
ideas. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
design, novel designs. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's great. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
And Bradley, we definitely should talk that on a future broadcast. The psychology
That's a good one.
of, what was that again? How you said that?
Inspiration.
Psychology of inspiration.
The psychology.
The name of the
inspiration.
course is The Complex Nature of Inspiration.
Oh.
And so it's looking at inspiration and, concepts of like the muse, how people are inspired by things, or the neurobiology of inspiration, how the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere work differently to cultivate different kinds of attention. It's pretty fascinating stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely should talk about that. Yes, I would really love that. So I'll go to you, Angelica. What shows up for you right now? Angelica, are you there?
I'm here. What shows up for me is I too have ADHD. And so I think that it's just a different way of thinking, and a different way of bringing your ideas across. But um, in working with schools and children, we do individualized teaching. So I think that's a thing that's lacking in schools because they teach just one way usually.
Yes.
Right? And
Uh-huh.
so there's
Yeah.
different personalities, and there's different, different ways of that children learn, and that's one of the things that we work with. And I think it goes the same with adults. I'm a visual learner, and
Me too.
that's why I'm so much into film. That's why I do video editing, and that rings with me. So I'm excited to hear more about is that Bradley that was talking about
Yes, we're going to have a discussion on that, Angelica. I can see it happening.
yeah. I'm really excited about learning what everybody all the talents, and it's just so awesome to be in this group and hear all the different talents. And also Saffron
Saffron.
Saffron brings a lot of her heart to the table too. So I'm just, as they would say in the 70s, I'm really digging this conversation.
Me too.
Oh gosh, this
Yeah.
is going to be amazing. And think about it. Bradley just said it. We all have a superpower.
Mm-hmm.
We all do. And I got to bring this up because I know that probably Emily, your daughter, and your kids have gone through a lot, especially in the education system. And Angelica is also working with those great kids too, as well. But for me, when I was told at a very early age that I was never going to speak again, I had a mental disability and a slow learning disability. I always kept that really close to my heart because I always thought that it really defined me. But once I got to the age of discernment, when I really knew that I had something to offer, and it wasn't a disability to me, it wasn't a thing that could be labeled by anyone else, that I could be labeled as such, I was willing to let that go and say, you know what? I have gifts, I have talents, I have been given these awesome powers to bestow onto humanity in such a way that actually can not only bring that humanity together, but we all can bring that humanity into business and beyond together. And there's awesome ways to do that from our own unique points of view. And the more that you kept on talking there, Emily and Angelica and Bradley and Saffron, it just really kind of said, you know what? What is the greatest gift of the world that we can give? Ourselves. We are literally the greatest gift in the world that we can give to others, whether it to be our time, whether it to be our knowledge, whether it to be our insight, whatever that might be. And see, I want us to be known here at Bring Humanity Together, and I'm sure Emily feels the same way, that she wants to do it from the impact standpoint because that impact matters, whether to be a positive one, whether to be, hey, you actually under promised and over delivered, and you just kind of wowed them to such a point. Not only did it shine their website to such a degree, they had to wear shades themselves. But you know what? That's the kind of thing that I truly believe we all can be known for. Those kind of opportunities and kind of moments that says, hey, wait a minute. Bradley told me this, and this is what he was going to do, but this is the result I actually got. This is what Angelica said that where we're going to do with the kids, and next thing you know, the kids are actually in better shape than when she took on the kids. And I just truly believe that we have the capability to literally do that. And it's not about money. To me, to be honest with you, I could care less about the money because here's why. I know money is another form of energy and a tool that we use to get the things that we want in our lives. Bottom line, that's all it is. But when you put that new or next currency into play, in which I truly believe that next currency is going to be rooted in value and not money, and you bestow that onto people in such a way that it really goes to their soul. It really goes to who they are. And the next thing you know, when they do have that aha moment with you as a client or as a customer or end user on an app or whatever that might be, when they have that aha moment, they actually are made better off from once they came into your life or into your business or whatever that might be, and you actually improved their lives to such an extent they can't even shut up about it. That's the coup de grace moment for every person on this planet that we should all really look forward to doing. What comes up to mind for you on that, Emily?
Well, actually, I have to go soon, but yeah, value, and just having each and every one of us be, helping out the world, how they can, and what their superpower is. And my superpower is websites and thinking outside the box and making them shiny and making the world better. And I know I'll be able to do that. I will, and I am. So, present tense.
There you go, taking it from Bradley already.
I always gotta stay present with my kids. I'm like, I gotta be present.
Yep. 100%.
Yep.
So Emily, I got to ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Should we kind of tell them on a little secret that we should probably let the world know that what you're going to do?
Sure, go for it.
Okay. I want to let you guys know today that Emily is going to be the official website designer of Bringing Humanity Together. So she is going to make our website shine. And if I have to wear shades, it's your fault.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I mean, because if that website shines great enough, I won't have to wear shades. I'm just saying it. But yeah, she's going to be our official web designer here at Bringing Humanity Together. She's going to do some great work. And also, I wanted to throw this out there, Emily.
Mm-hmm.
I truly believe this community has done, in this movement, has done something that you probably would not probably seen anywhere else. You actually got one of your first clients in our very community, did you not?
But yeah, I still have to talk to her. I emailed her. I got to follow up with her again. But yes. Yes.
So how's that process going with Hope? Is it going really well?
It's good. I got to email her again. So yeah, we're getting there.
And that is good. Yeah. And that's why I truly believe this community and this movement and this organization is going to do great work, because you're proof of that, to where you saw a need, you saw somebody who needed something, and you designed that with them. And that's the most beautiful thing. So I know you got to get ready to go.
Yeah.
So I want you to lead off in your final thought, because I know everyone will still be on the call, but we want to hear your final thoughts of today. And we want to hear from you, Emily.
How about my final thought is just be the light. If you can't do it with a website, then find your superpower and use that to shine make the world a better place. Just like Steve Jobs says, stay hungry. And just keep going. Just one foot in front of the other, and just make the world better.
Yeah. Or even go to this thing, and this is what shows up for me in your final thought. If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, let's go together.
Oh, I like that. That's a good one too.
Yeah. Yeah. So Emily, we greatly appreciate you sharing your
Don't
story with us today. Have a great day. Make your day, and we'll talk soon. Thank you so much.
Bye, Chris. Bye, Bradley.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Stefan. Bye.
Bye-bye.
So that is our special guest for today. She had to get ready to go get her daughter, so she was going to have a little bit of time with us today. So I'll go back to you, Saffron. What did you think about Emily's story?
It was same as unbelievable when I was also reading about yours. Everyone is very unique in their own way, and We can never judge or compare to anyone. It's just so unique and beautifully strong. Strongly, we are standing where we are.
Right. Exactly. And see, I truly believe when we meet people like Emily who
Mm-hmm.
do have a vision and a purpose and a calling in and of itself to not only make that website shine, but use their superpowers to such a degree, I truly believe what comes next is literally that opportunity to not only get better connected to them, but that opportunity also leads into collaboration, and that collaboration will lead into community. And I truly believe in that. So, Angelica, I got to go to you. Uh, I want to find out from you, can we actually make that impact very significant and very positive for people and leave them better off than which we found them?
Yeah, all of us have the opportunity each day to be a leader that inspires or the opposite, right? And why not be someone who can inspire others and help them move forward? So, no, I really believe that we could do that because we could touch people's lives by the things that we say, the things that we do, and uh, and we should. Why not? Right?
Exactly. Exactly. And I truly believe in that. And see, I just know the community and movement and the calling that is bringing humanity together is going to serve a purpose. It's going to serve a higher purpose, not just what most traditional businesses do is saying, hey, I'm only going to pay for a service. I'm going to only do this and do that kind of thing. And for some people, that's all well and good. Totally get that and recognize that. I even honor it, in fact. But I see us here at Bringing Humanity Together, like I said, truly rooted in about that higher calling and that higher purpose. And once we really know that for ourselves, and also in tandem, if you do work in a group or an organization or on a team or whatever that might be, when everyone shines a light to the world from their own unique point of view and still be also ready to grow and flow together on that very same path, that is going to be a great recipe for success, not only for an organization, not even only for a community, but literally for everyone involved. And here's why. I will go to this great Star Wars quote that has changed my life like you would never know. And I truly believe it's relevant to this great engaging conversation from Emily's story and everyone's great shares today. I will say this quote. It is to embrace others for their differences for that which makes you whole. I'll say that again. To embrace each other's differences for that which makes you whole. When we embrace each other, not only for our similarities, I truly believe, but also for the differences that makes us truly unique in and of itself, that will really truly make us whole. I truly do. And it will not only make us whole, but also makes them whole because probably for years upon years upon years, we've been taught to say, hey, you got to be standing out from the crowd. You got to be so unique that no one can distinguish you from anyone else. You be literally on a pedestal all on your own. And see, I truly believe we need to get back to the things that are actually in balance to each other to such a degree. Our differences, of course, makes us who we are uniquely, and it's really done from that intentional standpoint. I truly believe that if we were all one and the same, that we all had the same social media post and the same picture and the same resume and all that kind of stuff, everyone won't know one from the other. There'll be no way. But when you put that human element into play and you put that human being in the mix, because see, we're not human doers, we're human beings. And when you put everything in a state of being kind of construct and mindset, It literally changes the things forever. So I'll go to you, Bradley. What shows up for you in what I just shared?
A few things jump out to me. One is when you're talking about human value as being this sort of new currency and what we have to give of ourselves, it makes me think of the word genius. And for so long, the word genius has been sort of misrepresented or misunderstood as something unobtainable, right? These people who achieve these amazing, great heights that the rest of us can't actually get to. And that's actually not what the word means. So the word genie and uh, shares the same root as the word genius, which is spirit. And so this idea, like we heard from Emily talking today about what she's uniquely called to do, and what any of us are uniquely called to do, is to find what our zone of genius is, what our spirit is, what's actually asking to come through us in that perfect expression. And so as you're talking there, that's what really comes out to me, that I work a lot with artists, and I was talking with someone the other day about this, and they said, well, I'm not creative, I don't have a creative bone in my body. And I said, artists are not special kinds of people. People are special kinds of artists, and that each person, each soul, each being has a specific, unique to them gift that can be expressed through that genius. And much of life, in fact, many of us don't find it until late in life. And when we do find it earlier, when we identify it in kids, we call them prodigies. But that's because they've happened to find that zone of genius, and they're able to actuate, and they're given the resources to be able to put all of their energy and time and love in value into that thing. So that's what I really hear, kind of the undercurrent of what you're saying, Chris, is that each of us, when we resonate with that value, when we resonate with that zone of genius, with the spirit of what is authentically asking to be expressed into us, that's where we really kind of shine and come into concert and harmonize together.
And I'm glad you mentioned it that way, because I truly believe once you know who you are, everything else will start to literally fall into literally a dynamic before you, that the growth potential will be there, the thriving potential will be there, of course, the revenue potential will be there. But also, you talked about harmony. Harmony is actually interconnected to synergy. That's there as well. And to create a harmonious life, it's literally goes right back also to this other dynamic. It's about recognizing balance. And if we have that balance in our life, not only can we have that harmony and that synergy with others, it literally becomes an infinity loop upon, we can't even possibly imagine how far it could literally go through the power of positivity and possibility. But again, at the end of the day, if we just allow that to occur, what can we not achieve and do, not only in our lives, but in the lives of others? So I go to you, Saffron. What shows up to you in what Bradley just shared?
Um, Bradley, you've spoken it in really mm, technical way, like with the definition and all the explanations. I never thought this sentence genius in that way. It really cleared up my mind. Thank you for that. But yes, I agree. I agree what I just heard. Like it is really wonderful to know. I'm knowing a lot of things from all of you. Wonderful people. Thank you, Chris, for making it happen. I'm just wondering all the time. It's
and,
wonderful.
and see, that's the beautiful thing about creating this space. You just never know who you run into,
Yes,
because you're, again,
exactly.
you're allowing that to occur.
Yeah, that is true. I'm so grateful and honored, really. Thank you so much.
No, we appreciate you, Saffron, so much. So I'll go to you, Angelica. What shows up to you and what Bradley just shared?
Um, I just see that Bradley has a lot of the technical abilities that can help us all move forward. He brings something extra to the table and it's pretty valuable. So like you said, Chris, all of us have a talent, right? And it's great to be on a team that has all these different attributes, all these different qualities that can help each other. And you know what attracted me to um, this team the most, Chris, is the fact that you're not talking about money. You know, it's to me it feels like it's a driven by really caring about others, and people could see that. And since I work in the nonprofit field, and many of the families that we service don't have money, so I'm used to helping them out, and that's why I think that I connected so well here. Not that not that I don't want to make it, because of course we can and we should, but it's not our main focus. Our main focus is the
Exactly,
relationships.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm so glad that you said that, because I'm truly humbled and honored by that. Because see, Angelica, I'm not motivated by money. Because if we make it about the money, what's it always going to be about? It's going to be about the money. If I make it about me, what's it always going to be about? It's always going to be about me.
Angelica, your video turned on.
Well, thank you for warning me. You're
So,
you're a guardian angel, Saffron.
yeah, no
Thank
worries.
you.
So, but like I said, that is why I just truly believe that when we all can come together and really see each other for who we really are and get to that place and space to say, hey, do I see what you see? Do you see what I see? Do we see this together? And then when we, again, together have that aha moment, that is very powerful, because then that one will turn into many. That one idea, that one person, that one gift, that one opportunity, that one person that wants to have that website that shines. You just never know that what that one will end up being. And I'm going to put this to you right here, right now, Bradley. I would love for you to join Bringing Humanity Together. I really would, because like Angelica said, you bring something unique to the table, and we definitely have to have a conversation about that. Because see, again, like I said to Emily before she left, if you want to go fast, you can go alone, but if you want to go far, let's go together.
Absolutely. I'd love to have that conversation. Thank you.
Okay,
It's
absolutely. So
a real
Bradley, I know
honor.
you got to go. Thank you so much
Yep.
for joining in today. We'll definitely talk soon. Appreciate you, and have a great day,
Absolutely.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Bye. Have a
Angelica.
good
Saffron, thank
day.
you. Take
Thank
care,
you.
guys.
All
You
right.
too.
Thank
Bye.
you,
Take
Bradley. Talk
care.
to you soon. So again, this is the amazing space and place that is Bringing Humanity Together. This is why I've created this space to where people can just come as they are and as who they are, and can create connections that can lead into collaboration and that will lead into community. It is all there. The better question to ask of yourself, and I know I'll probably be talking to a lot of different people today, and I was thinking about this on the way home from work today, is where do you want to go? What is your calling? What's your purpose? And the reason why I say purpose is because we're going to have our great event tomorrow, which is our second event that we have now hosted here at Bringing Humanity Together. And if you'd like to know the details of how to get onto that, please message me and I will send you the details straight away. Our call tomorrow is going to be for, of course, our Bringing Humanity Together community, because it's going to be about for purpose on purpose. And I truly believe once you know you've been given to do in this life, whatever, whether it to be a website that shines, to bring humanity together, to, to create the life that you love, whatever that might be. I just know once you not only answer that for yourself, but also in turn maybe help someone answer that with them, maybe show them a path, show them a way. And it doesn't have to be one way, because see, I truly believe that there's multiple paths to where we can go in any which way, shape, matter, or form that we want to, whether it be in leadership, whether it be in human development, whether it be in health and wellness, whether it be in family and community. There are many ways that we can be rooted in those five pillars of that. That's from us here at Bringing Humanity Together. Those are our five pillars of bringing humanity together. And once you see yourself in one of those spaces, which I truly believe all of us has a family, we all do, whether it be at work or at home, we always are surrounded by family. And then when you think about community, well, community is unity, is it not? It's already there. And then when you think about the health and wellness dynamic, if we don't take care of ourselves, how are we going to be able to take care of others? That just goes without saying. And then, of course, human development. Human development goes into so many different areas. It's not even funny. I truly believe there's not no personal development anymore. There's not just no professional development anymore. There's human development, and it's like I said earlier, to embrace each other for their differences, for that which makes you whole. That's a component of human development. Embracing not only the differences in somebody, but also embracing the similarities, the gifts, the zone of geniuses that everyone has to offer. And of course, leadership. There are multiple paths to leadership, multiple paths to growth, multiple paths of thriving. So I will go to you, Angelica, and I would like to ask you this. Where do you see bringing humanity together move forward to? Where do you see us being, let's say, in the next 5 years? Where would you like to see us be in 5 years from now?
I see us being in an agency of leaders helping people worldwide. I see us giving, speaking at TED Talks. I see us making films together that show us in action and what we do. And I see us really making a difference in people's lives by showing that we really care. So
Yes.
those are the things that I see.
What about you, Saffron? What do you see for us
Wonderful.
here at Bringing Humanity Together?
I see I am doing film with Angelica. No, no. Yeah, I see. Like Angelica said, everything. What I was visioning, that I would be really able to help people, what I was planning to do. I was not so much deep into it. I was after work, I was just thinking, how can I help someone at least somehow? And then that's how I was coming to LinkedIn. And also I actually create some motivational videos in TikTok just for me to spend in a good way whenever if somebody will watch my video and get some positive vibe, or if I can explain any good term or conduct for work in LinkedIn. Like my first audio event was how to create a good CV or something. That small things I was just doing. I never knew that God will show me a bigger picture. So uh, I'm so sorry. I cannot even vision so bigger. Like how where will I see myself in 5 years with this wonderful organization? But I see the potential. What just Angelica explained, we can go there.
And I gotta follow you on TikTok because I'm on TikTok too. And TikTok is
Cool.
big.
Yes, that is true.
So you are thinking big if you're on TikTok because TikTok reaches it's worldwide, you know?
Yes, that is true. And I was also thinking that maybe I will already start making some videos about bringing humanity together and maybe use this logo in my other videos, like whenever it will be
Oh,
maybe.
absolutely. I can see that. Absolutely. I would love that. So let's go into our final thoughts and call to action for today's awesome and engaging call and story shared by our very own Emily Fell. So I'll go to you, Angelica. What's your final thoughts and your call to action today, ma'am?
Okay, so my final thoughts are listening to Emily and her importance on life. Oh, I hear something in the background. Her importance on life. Uh, my call to action is to live every day like it might be our last, because it could be, and really make a difference in people's lives with what we project, the things that we say, and the things that we do. And let's follow each other on each other's platforms, because
Yes,
that's part of helping each other.
exactly, exactly. Start connecting, and that connection will lead into collaboration, and that collaboration will lead in the community. Absolutely. 100%, Angelica. Over to you, Saffron. What's your final thoughts and your call to action today, ma'am?
Hmm, think positive and but don't think no, think yourself special but never think it arrogantly, because for me I can see that you can never know from the name or the face, but what's what an angelic special personality can hide in everyone. And that is true. When we connect, not we are different in many ways, we can be, but maybe not maybe but somewhere in our soul we are connected, and that's why maybe it calls humanity first, and that we have to discover and connect. We have to use it as our drive force. That's what I get, like learn from today's broadcast.
Alrighty. Thank you so much, Saffron. And I'm going to show it here for everyone to see. And I will put it in the comment section so you guys will be able to get the link to it. So you could join us tomorrow for our second event, which is going to be For Purpose, On Purpose, hosted by our very own Kimberly Letnick and Isabel Zimmerman. And if you would like to be on that call, this is the place you can go. I'll, like I said, put it in today's post of this call so you can go there. And there's already 15 people there. I would love to have more. If you can just bring one person to that call tomorrow, that will be amazing. So, like I said, it will be the link will be in today's LinkedIn live stream. So, if you want to join us there, please, we would love for you to be there for On Purpose, For Purpose, hosted by Kimberly Lechnick and our very own Isabel Zimmerman. And we would love to have you there. So here's my final thoughts and call to action in today's great and engaging conversation from not only Emily's sharing of her story, but also of the great and engaging conversation between Bradley um, and Saffron and Angelica uh, when and Carla was, I'm sure was going to say some great things too, because but she was on the road. Um, but I just truly believe once you find your purpose, and once you find maybe that person or that moment or what that one thing or whatever that might be that really gets you out of not only out of your shell, but gets you to the place that you really want to go. Take that in. Don't say no to it. It's just like Jody K. Benusa, who is one of our great team members here at Bringing Humanity Together. She always says yes because she loves saying yes to life, saying yes to every opportunity. And I truly believe in that. So again, just say yes. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just say yes. So from all of us here at Bringing Humanity Together, we are so humble and honored to be with you all today. Please join us tomorrow at 3 p.m. We won't be on LinkedIn Live tomorrow. We won't be on LinkedIn Live, but it will be a community meet and greet call. Like I said, it's going to be on purpose, for purpose. It's going to be the topic. We would love to see you there. So we will see each other, though, on LinkedIn Audio on Friday, and that will be at 3 p.m. And that will be posted later on after today's call. And we would love to see you there. So from all of us here, Bring Humanity Together, have a great day. Make your day. And we'll see each other tomorrow on Purpose, for Purpose, hosted by Kimberly Letnick and Isabel Zimmerman. Have a great day. Make it your day. And we'll see each other tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Have a great one, Saffron.